Thank you, Dr. Wills. Please join me, class, in welcoming your very own Miss Hannah Burke.
Before I begin my speech, I would like to acknowledge our Italian exchange student, Paola Signorelli. Please come forward to accept a gift on behalf of Wilsonville High School. During the second semester of our senior year and has been a great addition to our school. She is energetic and a positive student who has excelled in many of the advanced courses here. She has also taken every opportunity to become a Wildcat by joining Willie Fit and attending many school-wide events. We wish her the best when she returns to Italy, and we know she has a very great future ahead of her. Since we were in first grade, our teachers have told us that we were the class of 2012. The only meaning this had for me was that we still had 12 long, seemingly endless years ahead of us. It seemed impossible that we would ever be this old. It seemed impossible that we would ever be sitting here tonight on June 8th, 2012, in our caps and gowns preparing to start our futures. Yet here we are, filled with the knowledge we've acquired in the past 4 years. We know how to run into history textbooks, how to find a way to spend 20 minutes walking to the bathroom and back during class, how to write an A-quality paper in half an hour. Admit it, we all procrastinated at least once. We learned that phones with AT&T only work at that one specific area in Mr. Dita's classroom, and that having an open campus during lunch does not help in stopping a Starbucks addiction. Oh, and I suppose we've also learned a few math equations and Shakespeare sonnets along the way. The most important thing we've gained from high school, however, is the bond we formed as a class. 4 years ago, the class of 2012 walked onto the Wilsonville High School campus for the first time. We wandered around the crowded hallways with our highlighted maps, looking for familiar faces. What we found was not only that best friend from 3rd grade, but new friends as well. And together, we began to discover who we were becoming as people. Together, we stepped forward to sophomore year. We weren't new, eager freshmen any longer, but we weren't upperclassmen either. We are just students, stuck in the middle of 4 years, desperately trying to pass chemistry and our driving test. Soon, maybe even a little too soon, our beaten up little red cars and old minivans filled spaces in the school parking lot, and we realized that we were finally on our way to becoming adults. Together, we took another step forward and became upperclassmen. We saw members of our class create award-winning art pieces, build robots, sing in New York City, and be voted as all-league athletes. In the summer before that junior year, we lost a beloved member of our class. Not seeing Colton Hawley in the halls with us was devastating. And although he should be sitting here tonight, he will always have a place in our class and in our hearts. Together, we walked into the point of the library to begin senior year. Many of us sat at the round table with our coffee and water bottles and wondered where the time had gone. Who would have thought that 2012, this ominous date our first grade teachers once spoke of, would actually arrive? So, in order to ensure that we made the most of high school, we promised ourselves that this year would be the best yet, and that we would redefine #senior swag and, of course, YOLO. I think we can all agree that we succeeded. So I'd like to take this time to thank Mr. Henderson for putting up with our crazy ideas like Silent Night so that we could bring spirit back to this school. I'd like to thank Mr. Shower for being incredibly patient with our unrelated conversations about the next school event. Maybe someday I'll learn what a confidence interval is. Thank you to Ms. Hamer for ripping that $1 bill at freshman orientation to warn us not to waste any time in the 4 years ahead. And finally, thank you to all of Wilsonville High School for allowing our passionate leaders to spread spirit, for allowing our athletes to shine, for allowing our actors to perform their hearts out, and our artists to fill the world with their creativity. My fellow classmates, together, we have made quite the impression. We have filled 4 years here with fun, with spirit, and with success. We may be leaving the school now to become engineers, or CEOs, or to simply find places with better cell phone reception. But no matter where our future takes us, we will always have these memories, and we will always be Wilsonville High School's class of 2012. And now, please join me in welcoming Nate Strain for the Looking Forward speech.